Welcome to the channel, welcome to the video. Today we're going to be talking about this. I don't mean my drinking problem or day drinking red wine. We don't talk about that. No, instead we are going to be talking about investing in this. Some of you might drink it, some of you might not. But regardless, there are a lot of people that invest in it. Now, this isn't the first time that I've covered wine investing on the channel. There have been another couple of videos on Vint and VinoVest, but I've found another one. So you know what it's like when I find something that I think, this is a little bit different, then I'm going to share it with you. And that's how I found WineFortune. Two things that I like, wine and fortunes. Yeah, I'm a simple human. Have you ever considered investing in wine? If not, why? And if so, also why? I'll tell you some of the reasons why investing in wine is quite a good thing to do. So why invest in wine? That's probably a question you think, well, I can invest in anything. You tell me to invest in property, you tell me to invest in stocks, you tell me, like, what should we do, Ross? Where should we put our money? But a key thing that I mention quite often is diversification, and I think that's one of the main reasons why investing in wine is a good thing to do, because you're not putting all of your eggs or bottles in one basket. That doesn't work. You know what I mean? You're spreading your risk. And at the same time, they have some very impressive gains over the years as well. But there are pros and cons. So let's start with the pros. One, it's an appreciating market. Like, everything that you have with wine is finite. I mean, once a bottle's there, it's gone. It's also a tangible asset. It's a thing. It's a physical bottle of wine. If you really want to, you can drink it. You know, it's physical. And at the same time, the market does go up very well. If you look at the returns on wine, some wines can appreciate by roughly 20-ish% per year, which is pretty bloody good, I'm not gonna lie. But it's not all sunshines and rainbows. While you have the benefit of it being a tangible asset, so you can potentially drink it, so you can enjoy your investment, even though you probably wouldn't if it's got worth a lot more money, but it's a tangible asset. So one, you have the ability to still enjoy it. Two, it appreciates very well against the markets. You look at the different stock markets versus wine, and wine does appreciate more. However, the downsides, the potential pitfalls of this, liquidity. If you've just got some wine, you still have to find a buyer for that. You can't just like go down the shop and say, do you want to buy my wine? It's just kind of not that simple. Like, you have to find the marketplace for it, and everything's only worth what someone's willing to pay for it. So unless you're in the game, investing on your own and just going out and trying to pick them, it's not trying to pick a stock. You trying to pick a wine is very difficult. Like, there are loads of things you can do online, and you could probably pick some fairly decent wines. You could go out and you could read loads of stuff online. You could go out and then buy some and then lay it down. But that's where another potential downfall is as well. You have to store it correctly. All of these things have to be stored correctly. Wine is incredibly important that you have to store correctly, because otherwise it spoils and no one's going to want to invest in it. No one's going to want to buy it. Like, that's. So we have the positives and negatives. So why would you then want to do it? Well, the returns, really. And you have apps like WineFortune that make it easier for you to do. Some of the downfalls can be mitigated. For example, you don't have to go and pick your own wine. They do it all for you. Like, everything. So you're taking a lot of the risk of picking something that is a good investment, something that does go up in value. You don't have to care about that. All done. The storage, same goes for that. Not done. But this is where WineFortune is actually different to the other ones that I have looked at previously. Now, WineFortune is more like a subscription-based service. So you can pay per month to invest in essentially a wine fund that's managed for you by them. In the same way that I've covered many different funds on here to do with real estate and stuff like that, the benefits of a fund are fairly simple. Again, you spread the risk across multiple different assets, this case being wine. So it's not just on one type of wine, it's split. They manage it for you and you get to see the return. So if one does really well, but another one does less well, you get that middle ground in the middle. You can start from actually as little as €1 if you really want. That's all it takes. Sign up, register, links here, realtalk.business/WineFortune. And yeah, you can sign up for as little as euro and start investing in their fund. That's the brilliant part. But there's two sides of Wine Fortune. So if you like wine and you're a consumer of wine, the subscription, what you can do is you can actually subscribe per month for as little as 50 euros per month. So it goes 50, 200 and 500 per month. And you can exchange that either into the fund itself, or you can just get bottles sent to you when they're ready. So 50 euros per month, you get some of the Robert Parker between 91 to 94 ratings. Robert Parker is a rating. It's the official rating of how good a wine is. They go around and they basically rate wines. So if you've got something 91 to 94, it's pretty bloody good. And so then the 200 per month is a 95 to 98 Robert Parker score, which is pretty friggin' phenomenal. And then for the 500, you get the 99 to 100s, which if you are hitting that is mad ratings for Robert Parker. It's like another world of rating. And this means you can exchange that subscription for wine back to you as well. So you can get sent some of the best wines in the world. You can even keep those yourself and lay them down, but you're then responsible for them. Or you can just consume them and drink them like I probably would, because I'm a degenerate and I have a problem. But on the plus side, you can literally just use their fund as well. So you have the split. You can decide to choose to have your own, or you could take this subscription and convert it into an investment as well. So they have the both sides. So they cater for the consumer or the personal investor, and you can invest yourself, which is done per month, which means that you have stuff that's sent to you, which you can enjoy as a wine connoisseur, or you can simply allow them to do it as well. They're aiming for at least 13% returns per year, and that is including their 1.5% management fee. So everything's pretty transparent. You can check on their website. Like I said, go to realtalk.business/WineFortune, and you can see all about what they're doing. So this is something that for me is like some of the other platforms that I've seen already. However, they had a different take on it, so I thought it was super interesting, especially because you can have this subscription base as well and have wine sent to you, which you could keep yourself as an investment. You know, I've got a couple of bottles that, I mean, they're not to the 99 to 100 Robert Parker scores, probably not even the 91 to 94s to be fair, but for me they are more expensive, maybe $100-$150 bottles of wine that I will be keeping for a long time. And so you can do that yourself at home if you really want. You can enjoy them on special occasions if you want, or you can transfer that and have, you know, these 13% returns per year, which is, again, it's a pretty incredible return. You know, with a lot of these things, I like to try and see what you can do on passive mode. The more it takes for me to think and manage them, the more it takes for me to actually do myself, the less I kind of enjoy doing it, purely because when it comes to investing, I like quite simple things at the same time. This is why I actually love the things that I can have an automated strategy in there and just let it do it and get the returns. And this is one of the things that can do that for you, because when you think about the fund is managed for you. The fee is there. It's pretty transparent. That's fine. I'm happy to pay that. I will get my returns on top of that. So do I have to care about how much I put in there, what I'm doing? No, I can set that all up. It doesn't matter that it's in wine. Like in the same way, I don't care if I'm doing P2P loans, if I'm doing real estate through stake. I don't care if I'm doing wine. If I can set it up automatically to do it, really it doesn't matter the vehicle that's being used, it matters what returns I'm getting. And when you look at wine returns, especially when they're managed well for you, then the returns are fairly obvious. You can see here that the returns over the years has been pretty good. So for me, if I can maintain that level of return per year and split that out and manage that risk, then it seems like a complete no-brainer. Why wouldn't I want to have an automated strategy in a fund that's managed for me across an asset class that does incredibly well? You know, and there's no mistake. This is not. It's not. It's like it's £8 bottle of wine. This would not be in the fund. But it's lovely to drink. Well, that's fine. Do I care about investing in this particular stuff? No. But do I like really good returns on my money in a way that means that I don't have to spend my entire time managing it? Also, yes, I like that. And so Wine Fortune has that level of me not having to really manage it and equally get some good returns. So I'm going to start investing in wine through WineFortune, through their fund, purely because it has very low barrier to entry. Like I said, you could start with as little as €1. And so if I can start testing that waters and see what returns I can get from them, I will equally share that with you guys. Like I said, I haven't started yet. I only found out about them and wanted to share this video with you about them because it's another asset class that I do find super interesting. So I will share my ongoing experiences with the platform, with my experience and returns with WineFortune. And like I said, if you want to sign up as well, you can just hit the link realtalk.business/WineFortune, share your experience with me as well. I'd love to help in any way I can. Drop me a comment, any other apps and stuff like this that you find that you think we would all find interesting, because again, it's all about trying to do this as easily and as little effort as possible for us with the best possible returns. That's kind of very key. So I hope you enjoyed this video on WineFortune. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, share the video with someone you think might enjoy it in some way. Otherwise, I'll see you on the next one. Peace.